It's girly power. It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. So Lamar Jackson, in his second season, the Heisman Trophy winner of 2016, leading the Ravens onto the field. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away. Now it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go!
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. We think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a 1st down. Call. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw is gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
A reminder that it's a short week for 6 teams as we'll have a Thanksgiving triple header for you on EA Sports, starting with the Bears and Lions in Detroit, followed as always by the Cowboys as this year they host the Buffalo Bills. And then another good one on Thursday night, the Saints and the Falcons from Atlanta. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff that we're looking for.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's complete to Snead. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 25 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This pass from Goff to Everett, the tight end. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ingram again. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now Jackson. Snead's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. Fresh down. It's free.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Roberts got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake. It
really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brandon Cooks, touchdown LA! Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 11, a minute 52 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson, and that will be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town, and now
they're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with a minute 6 left to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th. And that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be